Hello, my friend. Welcome back from spring break. I miss everybody. So, for today's activity, we're going to do something really cool. If you see in the front, my cover right here, it's What's Next, Caterpillar? What does that even mean? Let's jump into it. All right. So, do you remember last time we talked about what an objective is? So every time we do a really cool activity, we have a goal in mind. Last time when we did our science activity, we had a goal in mind. We had a mission in mind. Just like the hungry caterpillar, he was on a mission to find himself some delicious crops, some delicious food to get ready for his big transformation, for his chrysalis. What's another word for chrysalis? Cocoon. You got it. So he was getting ready for that. So just like he was getting ready for something, he had a mission. We have a goal in mind. Our objective, that's our mission, that's our goal. So what do we want to gain from this cool activity we're going to do today? So I want everybody to be able to understand the beginning, the middle, and the ending of what the caterpillar ate during the week. Now, a lot goes into the beginning, the middle, and the ending of a story. And there's and we're going to get to that in our next activity, but we're going to focus on one part today, and that way it's easy enough for us to understand, and we're going to use the days of the week to do so, and it's going to be really fun. Our goal by the end of this is to be able to understand what happens at the beginning of the story, what happens in the middle, what happens at the end, and we'll get to enjoy to do our My Hungry book at the end. So it'll be a nice fun treat for us. Just like last time we had a really fun treat by watching the animated version of the book, but this time we're going to do a really cool coloring book. And you'll get to take it home with you. So it'll be something nice to take home with you and show mom and dad. Well, hello, Mr. Caterpillar. What are you doing? Mr. Caterpillar seems like he's looking for something. What do you guys think? All right. So we know that um, there's a lot that happens at the beginning of the story. There's a lot that happens in the middle, and there's a lot that happens at the end. So what's really cool about Mr. Caterpillar here is that he's trying to figure out what happens, what goes on. He's on his way to get something done. So why don't we help him? Let's help him by letting him know what happens at the beginning of our story, what happens in the middle of our story, and what happens at the end. Now, you guys are pro because we've read this book before and it's one of your favorites. So why don't we jump on in to the next part? Okay, we're going to need a couple of things in order to get this activity done. In order for us to be able to accomplish our goal or, meet the objective of our mission for this activity, we're going to need a couple things. So we're going to need our black felt board again. This time we're going to use some new stuff. We're going to use our index cards or flashcards for the days of the week because we're going to do some labeling, which is great. We're also going to use our felt pieces for the Hungry Caterpillar storyboard. And then we're also going to use a visual example of were all the things that he ate. Now, these are fruits. However, he obviously ate more than just fruits, right, friends? So let's see. All right. What do we know? Now let's think about it before we jump on into the story. Let's think about what we know. We know, and look at our pictures, we know that the beginning of the story usually happens right after that front cover. So you know how when we read our story, we always identify the title of our book, we identify the author and the illustrator, the front cover, the spine, and the back of the book. When we open up that book, there's another front page, not cover, but there's a front page, and it kind of says the same things. And when we flip it over, that's usually when the story or the beginning of our book begins. The start of it all. So we know that part. We've identified that. We also know that that beginning part of the story is like our picture shows. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a. You're right. It laid on a leaf. Now we know that in this particular book, the days of the week started on Sunday because it does say, look at the bottom. Good job. It says on Sunday, The warmth of the sun was what? Was on the little egg. It made it warm. So do you think that that's what made it pop and made it come out, made the caterpillar come out? Could be something we could check out. Yeah, that might be true. So there was the warmth of the sun on that Sunday morning, and what popped out? That's right, the hungry caterpillar. And I bet he was so big, right? No? Oh my goodness, you're right. You've got a good memory, friends. He was a tiny little caterpillar. So, if he was so tiny, how did he get so big? What had to happen? That's right. He started eating like we talked about. He was in that eating stage. Okay, very good. So we also know that the days of the week can start in this book start on Sunday, but they start on Monday. So who remembers our days of the week song? Hmm. Well, maybe Miss Kathy has something that can show you so that you guys can remember. So let's remember in this activity, we are going to be using our days of the week. They go by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then, Saturday, and then Sunday, and then, did we miss one? Saturday, Monday, sorry, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that's right, friends, Sunday. Good job reminding me. This activity does require a lot of remembering. So I'm very proud that you guys are really focused and really remembering how to be able to retell those parts of the story. All right. So this is our video for the days of the week. Now, if we play it, we'll know exactly. It'll come right back to our memory about that song. So let's sing it real quick. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Let's do it. There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Great job. You guys really are just blowing me away. So in this song too, if you think about it, it starts on Sunday too, just like in the, that's right, just like in the beginning of the story of our book. Awesome. All right, this is what Miss Kathy was talking to you about, guys. So this is the visual example that we're going to use. Now, as we go along doing the activity on our felt board, we are going to, yep, exactly. We are going to use this particular visual aid, and it is going to help us know what came on Monday, what came on Tuesday, what happened on Wednesday, what happened on Thursday, and what happened on Friday, and then Saturday, and then Sunday. Very good, friends. All right. Now let's jump on in. Now, we are going to watch Miss Kathy do it first. And I'm going to try my best to do it two times. And I'm going to say it two times so that you guys can get a really good understanding and really use your eyes and use your listening ears to see and hear what I'm doing. Now, if you have any questions and if you don't understand, just what do? That's right, we raise our hand and we say, Miss Kathy, can you please say it again? Or ask your neighbor, tap your neighbor on the side, say, friend, I don't understand. And we'll stop and then we'll reconnect. We'll try to figure out what it is that we need to change so that you can understand better. What did I tell you at the time? Just raise your hand. Okay. So watch me at the very first picture. What is Miss Kathy doing? I'm grabbing my index card that says beginning. So at the beginning of my story, that's right, I'm going to put that piece on the felt board and I'm going to grab the moon and my little leaf that has the egg. That's right. Because in the story, what was the first thing that it said? Awesome. Yes. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. But there was a little more to that beginning part. What else? What can you think of was next? That's right. The sun. And what day came next? Sunday. In the book, it was Sunday. That's right. So Sunday, we put our sun. Watch Miss Kathy put the sun. Watch me put my caterpillar because what happened? All of a sudden it was pop, and out came of the egg a tiny but very hungry caterpillar. That's right. All those parts are part of our beginning of the story. Good job, guys. Okay, and then what happens next? What's next, caterpillar? That's right, Monday. So we grab our Monday flashcard, we put it on the top, and what was the first thing he ate? Let's go back to, there we go. Okay, so if we go back to our board, to our visual picture, that's right. It said it was an apple. It said on Monday he ate through one apple, just like our picture. Okay, watch me do this rest. Watch me do the middle. Watch me do the ending. Okay, here we have how many plums? 3 plums. And that came on what? The middle. So I grabbed my flashcard and I put it in the felt board and I put Wednesday because that is the middle of the week. It's a good way to remember the beginning, middle, and ending of a story, like the days of the week. Monday's the beginning, Wednesday's in the middle, Sunday's at the very, very end, like the very, very hungry caterpillar story. So we have 3 plums, and that's in the middle of our story. And next is what? That's right, the end. So at the very end, a lot happened after that middle part, and we'll get to that. Those are the in-betweener parts. At the very end, that's right. He was so sick to his stomach. Oh my goodness, he was. And what is something that made him feel better at the end of the book? At the end of the week. Sorry, friends. That's right. He ate through one green leaf and he felt much better. Okay, so I'm going to show you again. Monday, sorry, at the beginning of the story, we had our sun, we had our moon and our leaf, and then we had our, help me out, that's right, our caterpillar popped out. And we put our Sunday on the top and then Monday next to it. And what did he eat through? One red apple. Now, what did he eat in the middle of the week? That's right, 3 plums. Excellent job. And at the very end, you're awesome. That's right, he was sick and he had to eat through one green leaf. Great job. Now it's time for you guys to work together. Now remember, just like last time when we did this activity, circle time activity, we work together. Raise your hand if you don't understand. Raise your hand if you need an extra turn just to practice a little bit better. I want you to help your neighbor. I want you to help your partner work together. We're all going to lay the pieces out and we're going to do it together. I'll give you plenty of time and Miss Kathy's going to sit right here and you guys try to do it on your own. If you get stuck, raise your hand. Great job. Everybody did such a good job. Look how amazing you did the sequence of the story. You're retelling what he ate during a whole week, the span of a whole week. How many days are in a week? 7. So you just were able to tell me, look how great you work together. You were able to tell me through this that you can do. You can tell me what happened Monday all the way to Sunday. You can tell me what happened at the beginning of the week in his story and all the way to the very end. Great job. Now I want you to try by yourself. Awesome job, friends. You did such a good job. Again, great use of working by yourself and asking questions when you got stuck. That's always important. Now I want you guys to take this activity home. What do I tell you all the time? It's always important to practice, right? So in order for us to practice, we're going to need a couple things. So Miss Kathy put some pictures up for you guys to understand it better. For this activity, you're going to need the worksheet that's going to go home with you. It has all the pictures of the foods that the caterpillar ate. You're going to need a pencil because we've got to write our name. Remember, 5-star writing, so it's important to know whose paper it is, because I don't know whose paper it is if you don't put your name on it, right? So you're going to need an extra sheet of paper, scissors, glue, and we're going to go ahead and also use the visual template, the visual paper that we have that said Monday all the way to Sunday. We're going to use a copy of that too. So you're going to take home your pencil, scissors, extra sheet of paper, because I'll tell you now what we're going to do, your visual template, we're going to need some glue, and don't forget, you're going to have that worksheet to go home. So what you're going to do on your new sheet of paper, your very fresh, clean paper, is you're going to label, first of all, name. Then you're going to label Monday. Use your flashcards, because you're going to send some of those home. Use your flashcards to write out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You're going to write that just like we did on our felt board in columns. We're going to write it just like that on a fresh sheet of paper. And under each sheet of paper, you're going to cut out the pieces from your worksheet. Glue them on the correct day, because you're retelling the same thing again, just like we did on our board. So we're going to retell the story of what he ate during the week in a sequence, just like Monday through Sunday. So cut out the pieces of the food that he ate on that specific day. Be sure to use your visual template to help you, to guide you through it. All right, friends, that was the end of our activity. Hope you guys had a really good time, and bring them back tomorrow so that Miss Kathy can check it out and we can share it in class. Okay, so that was my presentation. These are the 3 questions for the reflection, so I'll run through them really quick so that I don't take up any more time. What I learned about teaching and learning through this Microteach experience. Once again, I can't imagine how difficult this must have been for teachers during the pandemic. And it's a great way to practice also how you want to expose the children to new content and introduce new concepts in general. It's a good practice, I feel like, and it has helped me expand on scaffolding and how what strategies I use to help the children learn those concepts and in class. The skill that I used from chapter 7 was practice for student-centered strategies. And I use practice because I'm a firm believer that whatever you do in class, I feel like you should have an extension of it at home too. We practice an extended version of it in class when we take things to the table and do them in small groups, or break it down into small groups. However, I feel like it's also important to extend it out home so that it's also something they practice at home. And in this particular activity, it's about retelling and sequencing. So it's really important for them to understand those comprehension concepts in reading, like beginning, middle, and ending of a story. It's good for their reading comprehension as well. So it's important for them to understand that skill and just build on it throughout the day, even when they're at home. So practice was a strategy that I use. What am I going to use in the future as a teacher? In my classroom, I would really like to continue to build on those strategies from the textbook and the things that we've learned in the content in class, because they've really already helped me a lot. And in just implementing them going forward, I feel like it's just really going to help me take my teaching to the next level, which I know for a fact is going to help the kids. I mean, they're going to benefit the most. So definitely a Microteach experience has been really great for me. Thank you.